Hey, I'm James Anderson. I'm a local Boulder native, and I'm the author of Legacy of Health. It's a book all about how parents need to be healthy and fit themselves, take care of their own physical and mental health, so they can role model that for their kids, so that their kids truly grow up to be the healthiest, fittest versions of themselves. I was inspired to write this book because I'm a personal trainer and I work with a lot of kids, and there was a particular time that I'll never forget where I was sitting in the living room talking to the mom of a kid who hired me because her kid was inactive, overweight, hooked on the screens, all these things. And I just see her sitting in her recliner chair with a Coca-Cola in her drink holder, a pack of cigarettes in her pocket right here. And she was extremely overweight herself. And she's just complaining to me about how her kid is just super unhealthy, and I was just absolutely stunned. It was just the epitome of do as I say, not as I do. And that just is a terrible way to go about parenting, because your kid looks up to you and wants to roll. If I do exactly as their parents do. Their parenting is a massive job, and you have to role model how you want your kids to be living their life if you want them to be successful. And so yeah, it absolutely killed me that day. And so one of the biggest strategies that I have in this book, without giving the whole book away, has to do with a growth mindset and modeling a growth mindset for your kids. What that means is, instead of a fixed mindset where you're just believing things are the way they are and always will be and there's nothing you can do to change it, you believe that even if you're struggling with something now, such as your physical or mental health, that with the right practices and just effort and believing in yourself, you can do whatever you want to do in life, and you can get as healthy and as fit as you're physically capable of being. But it just comes down to believing in yourself. And so I have a whole chapter about mindset. And then I also have chapters about practical ways to implement these strategies that improve your health, and how to role model those exact things for your children. And it's just so important. Like I keep saying, you're the biggest role model in your kid's life. And if there's anything I want you to take away from reading this book, it's that your kids look up to you. And if you don't take care of yourself, then how are your children ever going to learn how to take care of themselves? And it's so important. And just another thing that I want to emphasize with this book is there are lots of practical tips in here that you need to be able to start implementing as soon as possible. Don't wait. It's about doing the things that you need to do ASAP, because the longer you wait, if just months and months, years and years go by and you're not doing the things that I suggest in this book, then that just hurts your kids, and it hurts you because you're not taking care of yourself the way you could be. So I want to read a quick little passage from chapter 2. It's actually the intro to chapter 2 that I think is just the biggest message of this whole book. The chapter is called Practice What You Preach, Why Modeling Healthy Behavior Matters. So it starts out with a quote: "Children have never been good at listening to their elders, but they have never failed to imitate them," by James Baldwin. Right there, it says exactly what I've been saying. You're the biggest role model for your kid, and they just want to imitate you because you're their role model. So I say, imagine encouraging your child to eat their vegetables while you're reaching for fast food, or signing them up for soccer practice while you haven't exercised in years. The truth is, children pay far more attention to what you do than what you say. If we want to raise a generation of physically healthy kids, we must start by embodying those values ourselves. The power of parental influence. Children learn behaviors by observing the actions of those around them, especially their parents. From a very young age, they model their beliefs, habits, and attitudes on what they see in their caregivers. When it comes to health, fitness, and nutrition, this modeling effect is profoundly influential. Studies show that children of active parents are significantly more likely to be active themselves. Conversely, When parents lead sedentary lives and consume unhealthy foods, children are much more likely to adopt those same patterns. So I'll just leave it at that. But just remember, you as the parent have to set the example. And this book will guide you on exactly how to do that. Thank you.